Guys, welcome to an experimental episode. I wasn't actually gonna film anything today because I just didn't have, I'm in one of those things where I just having a little difficulty these days coming up with stuff that I really want to film. And today was just a kind of a super boring day sky-wise. I came out earlier this morning. It's like 8:30 or 9 o'clock by now, but I've been out since like 6 this morning and just not feeling anything. Like, not photographic wise, but I have this new gimbal that Tech sent me, and I don't really know yet how much I'm going to be interested in using gimbals. I've never used one before. This is my first experience with a gimbal, but I do use my glide cam a lot, so I still have that and I'm still very comfortable with it. So this is definitely a big learning curve, and I'm just kind of slowly piddling with it. I've had it for probably about a month now. And I told him I would do a review on it. It's not sponsored or anything like that, but I told him I would do a review on it after I got to know it. And I just don't, this is one of those things where I don't want to jump into and just be like, hey, here's this new gimbal. I've had it for 2 days and this is what I think, because I have no idea what to do with this thing. Anyways, I'm rambling. The reason why I wanted to play with this today, and the reason why I was excited about having this gimbal in particular, and it's not the only one that can do this, but is it has a time-lapse feature, and that's kind of what I'm doing right now. So I'm using the pan and tilt modes to get a 2-axis time-lapse feature, and I hope to take this into astrophotography, long exposure photography and stuff like that, but this is the first time I've ever set this up for this, and I don't see anybody else on YouTube doing this. I'm sure people are doing it out there, but I haven't seen any tutorials on it because I try to find how the heck to do it on this, and it's taken me a while. So once I get this down, I will definitely be making a more in-depth video on how I'm doing this and how to set it up on these Tech gimbals. But for now, I'm still figuring out because I have no idea if it's working properly or if I set it up right. So I'm just kind of hoping at this point. It seems to be pretty cool. It's almost done. I started pointing over there, and then I had it rotate over here and then down a little bit, so I'm getting use of both of those axes. So if this time-lapse does come out, then I'll put it up here in the video somewhere, and hopefully it'll be kind of cool. I mean, the time-lapse itself is boring because there's, middle of the day, crappy clouds, all that, but just for me figuring out what the heck I'm doing, hopefully it'll work. And that's pretty much all there is to it in terms of the time-lapse right now. I don't really have anything else going on. Well, I mean, I have a lot going on in my life right now, personal stuff. About to be moving soon, temporarily, kind of. Lots of travel coming up, lots of preparing for that. I need to have a couple of dental surgeries, which I'm not looking forward to get my top wisdom teeth out. For some reason, the Navy never took them out when I was in boot camp. They only took out the bottom ones. So I'm not looking forward to that. I've got a lot of stuff to prepare for, and this whole time I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with the YouTube. Am I gonna try to film a bunch of stuff and have it ready for you guys? But that requires me to really force some videos, and I just don't know if I'm at that point. I'm having a bit of burnout or just a bit of a struggle with creating good content on the schedule that I have, every Tuesday and Friday. So I'm debating on whether or not I'm gonna try to get a bunch of stuff for you guys done over this next month, or if I'm just gonna do what I do, maybe take a break, get this stuff, the life stuff dealt with. That's like, I think, the biggest struggle with YouTube, with creatives in general, but definitely with YouTube, I've found is that I have this like serious pressure to keep building and keep putting out stuff because consistency is key. That's what everybody says about YouTube and social media and all that stuff, is growing your platform and all of that stuff, and keeping the money going and all that, because this is becoming my full-time job, and it's hard to deal with that kind of pressure. And I watch a lot of other creators that deal with that, and like Maddie Hapoya and Peter McKinnon, and a lot of people like that, Brendan Vanson, Tom Heaton, everybody at some point has all talked about that kind of stuff, and I never really took too much consideration into that because I was still so much smaller of a channel than them, and I still am so much smaller of a channel than everybody else, but my channel is growing a lot right now, and of course I feel like that's a good thing and I'm stoked for it and all that stuff, but at the same time you know, it's like I watched a video from Matty Hapoya the other day, and he was talking about kind of the similar thing, and he was like, you know, you have to take a break even when you're doing something that you love, because the problem when you're doing something that you love is that you don't know when to stop, or it becomes harder to stop. And I think that's what I've been doing, 2 videos a week, which is not horribly a lot, but combined with the rest of my entire business and my family and homeschooling Tristan and traveling and all that, 2 videos a week is at the level that I'm trying to put them out is becoming difficult, and at times it's definitely difficult. And I'm certainly not complaining, because this is like my favorite thing in the world. I mean, this is my job, and I'm passively getting paid for sitting out here talking to a camera while another camera time lapses. You know, that I have had some of the worst jobs in the world, and it's definitely humbling and very gratifying to be able to do this as a creative now versus some of the other stuff that I've done for the government and for chemistry and all of this other jobs, retail, all of these other jobs that I've had. So I'm very thankful, but at the same time I want to stay thankful and I want to stay healthy, and I think that requires taking a little bit of a break sometimes. So I will let you guys know what I'm going to be doing over this next month, and hopefully I will definitely still have some videos. I'm not just going to drop it cold turkey for the entire month and disappear, but I may slow down the schedule just a little bit. Alright, well, I think my time lapse is almost done, and I feel like I've ranted maybe a little bit too much, but I guess if you're still here and you know my channel, then you're probably kind of used to it. But hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight into my life and you know, the life of a creator and that kind of stuff. But anyways, if you guys have any questions about any of this stuff concerning the time lapses or the gimbals or YouTube or anything in general, you know, you can leave those in the comments below, and I will definitely answer them, as I always try to do. Sorry there's nothing fancy for this video. It's just pretty much me talking with a time lapse in the background. But I will be back on schedule soon, and I do have some great stuff coming up that I'm really excited for. So stay tuned for that. Hit that like button if this video helped you out or if you enjoyed it at all. And make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I really appreciate all of the support you guys are giving me. Ooh, another on that note, real quick. We should be hitting 30,000 here pretty soon, probably in the next month or 2. I am planning to do something of a giveaway, and I don't know what, and I don't know with whom yet, but something is going to happen, and I have got some ideas, and if they go through, I'm going to be very excited. Hopefully you'll be excited too. But that's it on that for now. I'm going to get back to finishing this time lapse and enjoying my morning in the mountains. So I'll see you next time.